Okay, I'll start then. Prashant.
Yeah, we can start now.
Good morning, everyone. This is meeting 129 of Mumbai Speakers Toastmaster Club. I'm Toastmaster Harit, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Let me start with the mission of our club. We provide supportive and positive learning experience, thereby empowering individuals with greater communication and leadership skills, boosting up or resulting in personal growth and self-confidence. Before we start, I will just call out some instructions for this online forum. Everybody is requested to prefix their roles to their name, so it's easy to identify them. All speakers are requested to do a quick audio video check before they start speaking. Also request them to verify that they are able to see the timer cards before they start speaking. Please don't use chat to all when someone is speaking. You can use individual chat to provide feedback or to do some discussion. At Toastmasters, we don't talk about politics, sex, and religion. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Do not click on share screen unless your role or speech requires to do so. This meeting is being recorded. If you have any reservations about recording it, you can tell us and we can pause the recording for you. Please turn off your cell phones or put them on silent if you are speaking. For all the other moments, Zoom Master would have kept you on mute anyway. There are multiple ways of giving an applause. You could clap if you are on video, and you could use Zoom reactions if you are not on video or you want to do that way. Now, with thunderous applause, let me invite VP Education of the club and the presiding officer of the day, which is Toastmaster Prashant Busa. Toastmaster Prashant, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harit. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Prashant, your VP Education and the presiding officer for today's meeting. Hope you all had an exotic Diwali, and now that the festive season is over, we are again back at our desk. So Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, but the courage to continue is all that counts." So friends, continuity is the key. You need to consistently put in your efforts for an extended period of time without asking for immediate results. So each Toastmasters meeting helps us get closer to our goal of becoming an effective communicator and a leader. So with this, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Sumit from RIL Toastmasters Club, who will be delivering his L2P3 speech today. Welcome, Sumit. And he will be introducing himself during his speech. And we also have a guest today, guest Tanya. So Tanya, would you like to introduce yourself and let us know how did you come to know about Toastmasters?
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Tanya Agarwal, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm aspire to be a chartered accountant, and I also want to do graduate from MBA in a very good IIM University. And currently, I'm studying at St. Francis Junior College. And I got to know this club via website, Toastmasters website. From that, I got to know about it.
Okay. Okay. Best of luck, Tanya, and I hope you enjoy this meeting.
Thank you,
Now, so today as we all know, there is a World Cup finals between India and Australia. So we'll be trying to wind up early. So let me now introduce you to the Toastmaster of the day for today, who has brought up this wonderful theme. She is ever smiling, ever helpful, and the best grammarian in the town, and our immediate past president, Toastmaster Misha D'Souza. Please welcome her with a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prashant, for this kind introduction. To the men who are not afraid to be vulnerable, the men who support women in their lives, the men who fight discrimination, the men who are allies. We honor and love you. With this, I begin today's meeting. Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you today. My name is Misha D'Souza, and I'm ecstatic to be the Toastmaster for today. And I really appreciate all of you who have taken the efforts to join us all and be a part of the Toastmasters meeting on a Sunday morning. Today, we celebrate International Men's Day, and hence we have tried to have this Toastmaster meeting in accordance to the theme, which is empowerment, celebrating true men, because empowerment is never complete without men. This meeting is really special for me as I have gotten this opportunity to be the Toastmaster of the day on this eve of the International Men's Day. And I had even gotten an opportunity to be the Toastmaster of the day on the eve of the International Women's Day as well this year. And here we are here to celebrate men in our lives and in this world and strive towards their empowerment. Empowerment to be human and not put on a pedestal of toxic masculinity, patriarchy, and misogyny. Empowerment is incomplete without men, and it is imperative that we strive for empowerment of human beings and not just one particular gender or community. After all, equality is what we all believe in and aim for. International Men's Day is a day to celebrate the positive contributions made to society and to highlight the importance of the well-being of men. It serves as a platform to address issues affecting men's mental health, promote gender equality, and promote positive male role models. The day encourages open discussions about the challenges men face, such as stereotypes and societal expectations, while highlighting the need for support systems and initiatives that contribute to their overall health and happiness. Ultimately, International Men's Day aims to create a more inclusive and understanding world for all. If we go by the history of International Men's Day, it started in Trinidad and Tobago in 1999, and it was created by Dr. Jerome Tulloch Singh to commemorate his father's birthday. Fast forward to 23 years, and it is now celebrated in over 80 countries with the aim of highlighting the social issues faced by men, both mentally and physically. Since we are in a Toastmasters meeting, it is imperative I especially thank all the wonderful men I have had the privilege to know and come across and who have been working hard as members and ExCom members and contributed to the success of this society and the club as well. I've had the opportunity to meet and learn from all of you. I've been lucky to have made a few friends as well. Thank you to all of you. My Toastmaster journey started with meeting my first mentor, Babu Sir, and then Pankaj, who were kind, supportive, and helpful. Because of them, I was able to not just join, but grow in Toastmasters. I was even lucky to make few friends like Brijesh and Tanmay, who are amazing men themselves. To be honest, I have a long list, but I have a time constraint, so I cannot name all of them. But I would like to thank a few amazing men like Vishal, Shreyans, Raviraj, Prashant, Deepak, Ajay, Harit, Tariq, Arbaz, Amit, Engelbert, Joy, Glenn, Walter, and a lot who I can't name right now, but you know you are there in my list. So our Toastmaster International was also founded by a man called Ralph C. Smedley. When Helen Placard, the first female Toastmaster, joined the Toastmasters International, she was supported by men who then encouraged her and then other men to join Toastmasters International. And finally, this organization became inclusive for everyone. And speaking of Toastmasters meeting as a Toastmaster of the day, it is my duty and responsibility to take you through the format of a Toastmasters meeting. But before that, I have something that I would like to ask all the men here. Okay, so this is for all the men here. All you have to do is one by one, you have to say, I am a man who, and then you have to say something which is not very conventional. Like, for example, you can say, I am a man who does not shy away from crying, or who does not shy away from being vulnerable. Or I am a man who likes pink color, because pink is a gender neutral color, to be honest. So let's keep it that way. So for all the men here, please participate. I would love to know you are a man who. So to begin with, Prashant, I am a man who.
Yeah.
Yes. No, everybody has to say. So
Yeah.
Prashant, please, I am a man who.
Yeah, so I am a man who knows how to make tea and who can cook a little. I can make, first of all, the easiest one, I can make Maggie as well as rice, and I'm learning few more things. Yeah, thank you.
Lovely. Harit?
I am a man who has a lot of respect for unconventional things. So everything is welcome. And I aspire to be an ally at my firm very soon. LGBT ally.
Lovely. That's great. Tariq?
I'm a man who loves to cook. I'm a man who loves to do household things like clean up and you know uh, um, taking care of my son and stuff like that. So,
That's lovely. Ashwin?
I am a man who won't complain if my wife asks me to go for shopping. I'm a man who can comb hair of my daughter. Uh, I'm a man who won't complain if my wife asks me to waste my time just sitting with her all day.
Thank you so much, Ashwin. Sumit?
Yeah, I'm a man who has pushed his wife out of the kitchen because I do the cooking. And I'm also a man who has taught my daughter how to ride a horse. And she is my constant partner in all the bike rides that we go to. So that's the kind of man that I am.
That's great. That's lovely. Rajesh?
I'm a man who doesn't mind wearing pink, honestly. I've wore it in the college, at the office as well, as far as it looks good on me. I'm a man who wouldn't mind doing household chores. So if there's no one at home, I can go and wash the dishes as well. And I feel that that is the responsibility and should be done.
Absolutely. Raviraj?
Yeah, I'm a man who likes to listen, and like girls like to talk, so I would like to listen for hours and hours. So that's not a problem. And I'm also a man who likes to do household work a lot. I also cook, I also clean dishes, clean my home. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. Prateek?
Yeah, hi. So I'm a man who likes to watch chick flicks in my as my guilty pleasure. So I've watched a lot of movies that are inclined towards that have women centric roles. So yeah, I love watching those series and movies.
That's lovely. I was waiting for something like this. So that's great. Biku?
Hey, hi everyone. Hi Misha.
Hi.
I'm a man who don't allow my women friends to pay bills, and I cook for family. Sometimes, maybe whenever I get a time, so I cook for family, and I take care of my family and and help everyone in my family. Yeah.
That's great, Biku. But women don't mind paying bills, by the way. So that's okay, even if you allow them. They would like to feel more inclusive. And that's very nice that you take care of them. And to be very honest, I'm very happy to see men who do not shy away from doing household chores, and they actually realize that it's their responsibility and they are not doing a help, or they are not contributing, but they understand that it's their part as well. So I'm happy to be a part of such a club where men believe in equality. So thank you so much for saying all those things. So my belief stays. So thank you for making this society a better place. I would also like to know more because a lot of you have said only household chores. I would like to know more about the man who is not put on a pedestal for about being a man, but he can be a human. So please do share what are human things which are gender neutral, which you would like to say, I am a man who. So anyone else would like to add something more to it? Prashant?
Okay.
Okay, Prajesh.
Yeah, Brijesh, you can go.
So, just to add to this list, I would want to bring in one thing. So, I'm a man and I do get emotional. There are situations when I wouldn't mind shedding a tear, even if in public. Not embarrassed of it. I'm not embarrassed because I feel that's part of being human. Emotions are something which separate you out. So you should let it flow and shouldn't try controlling it because the society has attributed, certain tags because you come with a particular gender in the world.
Absolutely. Exactly. So it's like you are a man who is not afraid of being a human. And I would really ask all of you to please add more to this and tell us how human you are and not how much of a man you are.
Yeah,
Prashant?
Misha, I can go now.
Yeah.
So, like, I am a man who cannot cry so easily, surprisingly. And like, there are very few things or very few movies that can make me cry. So, one of them was Hachi, a movie about dog, and then the movie Black. And other thing, like when I go to office and see those people like sleeping on the pavements, I always think about like maybe someday, like if I become very rich, I will start one NGO for these people and just help them accommodate and give them a place to stay. Yeah.
That's a
Think
very,
about
very
it.
kind thought. And please add me to that kind thought. I would like to contribute to it too.
Sure,
Harit,
Misha.
would you like to add something?
No, I would just like to have to share something that had a very profound, in my impact in my formative years. So I come from a town where people rarely change their school from first till 12th standard. So I had a teacher who's very good at chemistry, and he was a specialist for 11th and 12th classes. He noticed early on in his school things were not really, very welcoming for people at that level, students at that level, right? So he took a stand that he would demote himself at the school to teach people from 8th and 9th standard. He would pick the better students out there, and then he would groom them at his home for free when they come to 11th and 12th. So this just told me it's not always about the metrics that people judge you with. It's about some of all the things that you can do. So that was his one of the metric that he wanted to overall groom these people. This is very analogous to how Rahul Dravid has been doing after he retired from cricket. He first went to under 19 and then he's grooming the actual senior team. So I was fortunate to have seen this guy so closely in my early childhood.
That's lovely. Actually, my second round was about asking you all about the men idols you have in your life. So that would be one in your personal life and one any celebrity or any idol who is not related to you and is an idol to you. But that is for the second round because right now we are in a Toastmasters meeting. So I would really want all of you, since you all know now, so please keep prepared one idol, one's a male idol who you actually look up to, someone in your family, one person in your family, and one person outside your family. So I would really like to know all of it. But before that, I would now take you to the Toastmasters meeting. So each Toastmasters meeting has three sections. First is the prepared section where the members come and present prepared speeches in accordance to their pathways, levels, and projects. Second is the table topic session or the impromptu speech section. At Toastmasters, we encourage everyone to speak without hesitation, and hence, this is a fun and interactive session where all interested members and guests get a chance to give impromptu speeches. Third is the evaluation, because as Sudha ma'am says, evaluation is the breakfast for champions. And without proper evaluation, failure is inevitable. So we have the speech evaluators and the general evaluator giving us a detailed evaluation for us to understand and improve ourselves. Every Toastmaster meeting is incomplete without a tag team. This tag team comprises of the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. To begin with, now I would like to invite our grammarian, because that's my very most favorite tag team role, as Prashant said. And as incorrect grammar can actually cause you a lot more than money or reputation. And trust me, you will resonate with me when we will see Toastmaster Brajesh, our grammarian for today, who will elucidate the vitality of correct grammar while speaking. Over to you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Misha. A very good morning, everyone. Today, I am your grammarian. And as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to the language usage during the meeting time. I will make note of good usage as well as not so good usage of words and grammar during the entire meeting. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to provide the word of the day. And word of the day for today is exigent. I repeat, it is exigent. The meaning of word is requiring immediate attention or action, something which is urgent. Usage of this word is public speakers must be prepared for exigent interruptions or distractions when they deliver their prepared speeches. Second, during a crisis, a true leader must engage in exigent speaking, public speaking, and provide reassurance so that everyone has faith. And as the good part about the Toastmasters meeting is, even a grammarian gets corrected. Just to highlight, when I did, was part of the interactive session, I mentioned household chores, and I was corrected by our grammarians. That it is chores and not chores. So thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brajesh, for sharing the grammarian guidelines. I would urge you to please share the Toastmaster word of the day in the chat box for everyone to refer. Thank you. Moving on, as important as it is to know when to speak and how to speak, it is equally important for us to know when to stop. Well begun is half done, and all is well that ends well. So here we see the importance of starting and stopping at the right moment. And for this, we have our timer. Toastmaster Prashant, our timer for today, will take us through the timing guidelines and help us understand the importance of timer in a Toastmasters meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. So be it a cricket match or a communication, timing is the key. Timing can be a difference between a success and a failure in any endeavor. So as a timer, I will be helping the prepared speakers and evaluators to express their thoughts within the time limits. So my duty is to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluations for today's meeting. And to help me in my role, I have a set of 3 timer cards. So the green card, which will indicate the qualifying time, the yellow card, which will indicate the target time, and the red card, which will indicate the maximum time for a speaker. So for a 5 to 7 minutes prepared speech, I will be showing a green card at the end of 5 minutes, a yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and red card at the end of 7 minutes. And for prepared speeches, we have a grace period of 30 seconds before and after the time limit. And I will be presenting my report when called upon by General Evaluator of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Misha. Yeah, Misha, over
Yeah.
to you. Sorry, there
Thank
is
you.
some network
Thank you.
issue. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prashant. Now we have the R counter, who is Toastmaster Harit, who will brief us about the technicalities and importance of having an R counter in a Toastmasters meeting, as it is not just about stopping, but also about pausing at the right moment in the right way, which makes or breaks a speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Harit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. My role as an R counter is to record unnecessary sounds used by speakers and role bearers. They include the clutch words like or filler words like but, like, so, okay, filler phrases like and so, etc., and extremely long pauses. The clutch words or filler sounds obstruct the flow of the speech, thereby annoying the listeners and also degrading the quality of your speech. So, as a R counter, my responsibility is to make the speaker aware of these occurrences so they can minimize the usage of these words or phrases in future. I will present the R counter report and called in by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harit. Now that we are all acquainted with the core of the Toastmasters meeting, let us now begin with the prepared speeches. Our first speaker for today is the effortless speaker, Toastmaster Sumit, who will be giving his L2P3 speech, and our evaluator, Toastmaster Sudha ma'am, who is his evaluator, will come and share the speech objective with us. Over to you, Sudha ma'am.
Thank you so much. First of all, in Toastmasters, there's no ma'am and sir. It's better to call Toastmaster Sudha. So thank you so much for a lovely introduction, Misha. What a lovely topic. And I'm sure with the wonderful men that we have around us, I think there is no exigency in this club for any kind of validations in terms of female representation, because they will always support us. So that's great to hear. And with that, I get on with my responsibilities for today. I will be evaluating both the speeches today, and coincidentally, both the speeches are with the same objectives. So I won't be coming back to the stage again. So I'm just reading the objective for both the prepared speeches. So this is a very important part of Toastmasters journey, which is about Toastmasters mentoring. The purpose of this project is for members to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. The member will be giving his experience as a protege. It may be from any time in his or her life, and obviously try to make it as interesting as possible. And I'm sure there are some male mentors also in your life, which we can share along with the theme. With that, I would like to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day to introduce the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. Now I would like to hand over the stage to our speaker, Toastmaster Sumit. The title of his speech is My Guiding Light. Toastmaster Sumit, My Guiding Light. My Guiding Light, Toastmaster Sumit. Over to you, Toastmaster Sumit. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. A mentor is not someone who comes in front of you, leads you, and shows you the way. A mentor is someone who walks alongside you and shows you what you can do. Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests, I am Toastmaster Colonel Sumit Arya, the Vice President Education of Reliance Toastmasters Club. I had put in 26 years in the armed forces before I took voluntary retirement last year and joined Reliance Industries. Through my speech titled My Guiding Light, I wish to portray in front of this august audience my friend, philosopher, and guide. It was the year 1996 when I met him for the first time. About 6 feet height, fair, hazel eyes, a very sharp nose, and chiseled features, which is very, very characteristic of certain lineages in Himachal Pradesh. He greeted me with a broad smile and naughty twinkling eyes. It was very warm. I felt welcome. He was known to be a prankster that everybody knew. And he always had something very, very naughty up his sleeve at all times. But then he was also one of the most accomplished officers of the unit which I had joined on my commissioning. He had achieved great things for himself in a very short period of time and was the role model for a lot of people to follow. His recent stint had been to the Siachen Glacier. As you would know, that is the highest, coldest, and the most grueling battlefield in the world where the Indian Army is deployed. Since I was myself slated to go there shortly, I was filled with 1,000 questions that I wanted to ask him. And over and above that, I had a million more to ask him regarding my role in the unit. What am I supposed to do? What am I not supposed to do? And I bombarded him with all those questions. Probably got pestered so much with those that on second day, he raised his hands up and said, "Buddy, please just shadow me throughout the day. No questions asked. And in the evening, we will meet and discuss all your queries." So that is how it happened. That is how it started. I used to be tailing behind him throughout the day, like probably I would have done when I was a toddler behind my mom. And then in the evening, we would sit and discuss the entire proceedings of the day. As our trust in each other grew, our horizon widened much more than just professional matters. And we started dwelling into the realm of personal life. He, as I said, had already accomplished quite a lot. There was so much that I picked up from his experience. But three things which stood out very, very distinctly. One was time management. Second, patience. Third, perseverance. Three things which held me in good stead in my career as I advanced. He had applied to become a helicopter pilot and he got selected for the same. So he was soon enough sure to depart on a 2 years long training. I think I was the saddest person in the unit. And he probably noticed that. He came up to me again, that bright smile and twinkling eyes, and said, "Come on, buddy. It's not like I'm joining the Pakistani army. I'm going to be around. Bro, we'll keep meeting. And listen, I will always have my eyes on you." So he departed, went on to his helicopters course, and I continued in my unit. We kept in touch with each other. We kept on moving to different locations as the exigency of the service demanded. However, I always knew that there was one person who was just a phone call away. And he never ever gave me any solutions. No, he would always give me a perspective whenever I spoke to him, and probably some suggestions on how he would have gone about the thing, or he would have come to a solution with the problem. Fast forward, we reached 2007, and I was appearing for what is in the army known as the Staff College exam. Civil equivalence is that of a postgraduate exam only. However, since the vacancies are very limited and the syllabus is vast, it has got a lot of prestige attached to it. A lot of officers appear for it when very few make it. One day morning, I get a call from him and he says, "Yeah, buddy, came to know you're appearing for Staff College." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Okay." So he got himself appointed as my mentor for a short period of time. Next 30 days, we spent the same time like we had done during our youngster days. Of course, this time we restricted ourselves to more professional talk because syllabus was vast and time was at premium. His guidance and my perseverance paid off when the results came and I had cleared for the exam. Probably that was one day when he was more joyous than me on seeing the results. So we continued bumping into each other, families grew, we met each other and continued, so on and so forth, and we kept meeting each other. I remember very distinctly 2016, we were at Bhatinda, Punjab, and he had come down from Delhi for attending a conference that was being organized there. As was traditional, whenever we met, we always had a dinner together, and that evening we sat together to have a dinner. After some small talk, I said, and I in fact noticed that he was looking very pale, so I brought that out to his notice. Twinkling eyes, smile, he says, "Thank you. At least now you notice that I'm very fair-skinned." A small laugh, I said, "No, sir, but I do feel I don't know, it might be just a figment of my imagination, but I'm seeing some hints or tints of green in your complexion. Again, same smile. He looked at me, said, "Now my true colors are showing, buddy." We had a hearty laugh. We reminisced all those old times, all the blunders that we had created, all the great seniors that we had. That is how that evening ended, on a very, very joyous note. A couple of days later, we were devastated by the news of his untimely death. He had been detected with spinal cord cancer, and though chemotherapy had started almost immediately, he could not survive. Thankfully, his suffering was quite short. Arthur Wilde has once said, a normal teacher tells, a better teacher shows, a superior teacher demonstrates, but a great teacher inspires. And I always feel blessed and honored to have had an inspirational mentor in my life. He may be there physically or not, but he has always been and will always remain my guiding light. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, Misha.
Yeah. Hi. Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Misha.
Thank you. Sorry for the technical glitch. That was a well-crafted, neatly delivered, and a very heart-touching speech by Toastmaster Sumeet. Kudos to you on an effortless performance. Our next speaker for today is our seasoned speaker, Toastmaster Tariq, who himself is delivering the L2P3 speech and will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sudha. His speech objectives have already been shared with us earlier. So now I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Tariq. The title of his speech is When a Sophomore is Set. Toastmaster Tariq, when a sophomore is set, Toastmaster Tariq. Over to you and all the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Misha. Please raise your hand if someone has joined the Toastmasters Club for becoming a leader and pursuing the pathway of the leadership. You can use Zoom button. Let's just do a quick round in the Zoom and then see how many people have the same objective. Raise your hand if you come to join Toastmasters to become a better public speaker. Again, if I look at the Zoom, I see that people have enrolled for becoming a leader, becoming a good speaker. And finally, raise your hand if you have joined Toastmaster to meet new people, to network, and to see the like-minded folks. Okay, so I see the participants have 3 different groups, right, in the room. Now, people who would like to be a better speaker, better leader, and just to, making sure that they meet like-minded people, they also network, etc. If I were to choose one person from one group and put it into the other group, do you think that it's going to be a very, very great exercise to making sure that the person learns from each other? Somebody who is pairing with an experienced Toastmaster, so the other person can learn and grow. It will benefit all. That's what I'm going to talk about today in my speech. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. I have 3 objectives today to show in front of you. The number 1, why mentoring is important. Number 2, how mentoring has affected me personally and my experience with mentoring and my personal journey as well. And number 3, how you as a Toastmaster can make the most out of this journey to Toastmaster mentors and use the mentoring as to your advantage. Please raise your hand if you would like to know any one of this, which one it would be. You can unmute and speak. Okay. Mentoring.
I would be interested in knowing how mentoring has impacted you in your Toastmasters journey.
Perfect. All right. I see some people saying about the leadership as well. Today is going to be your lucky day. I'm going to touch upon all the three aspects. Number one, why mentoring is important. Mentoring is a long-term relationship where a less experienced person works with more experienced professional to learn about specific skill and work towards their goals. They provide guidance, support, and feedback so that the protege can learn new skills that they can later on use on their own in their professional as well as personal life. A protege is the person being mentored, the less experienced person learning from the mentor who is more experienced. In Toastmasters, mentoring is an important skill in order to help the less experienced Toastmaster to craft their speeches and improve on them from the feedback that has been given to them time to time. We are all here to improve our public speaking skills, and mentoring can help speed that process up to learning new skills. For example, Toastmaster mentors can teach you how to better organize your speech, how to make a better eye contact, better body language, and how to use language more effectively, and help you to word your speech in order to give a greater impact on your audience. It is important for the mentor to make time to spend with the protege, both in Toastmasters Club meeting as well as outside the Toastmasters Club meeting as well. Number two, how many of you agree that experience is the best teacher? I'm sure everybody of us would agree that experience is the best teacher in our life. I have a friend who wanted to learn cooking. So the first thing that he wanted to do is to ensuring that once the cooking starts, he needs to cut the tomatoes. How do he do that? So he started by his hand. He tried to look at the YouTube videos and then try to learn that. After 15 days, he came back to me saying that, oh, you know what, my journey of cutting the tomato and making the items right and cooking is actually something which is a uphill learning curve. Now I told him, why don't you look for the mentor? Why didn't you speak with your sister or your mother who has much experience on doing the things which you should have avoided the time, the effort, and the learning curve? That's the role of mentoring in our life. Mentor can save you from the risk and losses. I'm going to give you some statistics. Your chances of success with mentor increases as shown by the survey and the research. 80% of the CEOs have mentors in their life. 93% startups admitted that mentoring is critical for the business success. Mentoring is also to learn from the experts' experiences. When you have a mentor who is intelligent, diligent, and also someone who can push you to achieve your goal and get the success. Another personal story I would like to share is when I was giving my first speech as Toastmaster, I was anxious, cranky, and had thumping sound in my heart. My mentor at that time called me, calmed me down, showed the likes of the good speeches and not so good speeches. And that gave me a calmness and composed mind to deliver my speech. To conclude, mentorship in Toastmasters does not feel like an added responsibility, but it is the duty we do and the culture of our club. I came to an understanding that when a mentor extends help and support, it is benefiting the mentee and also the mentor, as mentor gets a good feeling and gratitude for the opportunity that he had to mentor someone. This is a life process and not one-time process. Now, I'm sure you would have the exigency to find a mentor, work with your mentor, and get a success in Toastmasters journey. So, the dear fellow Toastmasters, let's give a huge round of applause to have a mentor-mentee relationship in our club. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Misha, you are on mute.
Thank you so much. Sorry. So, yeah. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, Misha.
Yeah.
Yes, you're audible.
That was a lovely speech written with a lot of love and delivered with true effort and sincerity. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Tariq, on this flawless speech. Well, after a mind-blowing prepared speech section, we now move on to the second phase of our Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topic session. But before that, I have two things to do. Can we please launch the polls for the prepared speeches?
Yeah, sure, Misha. I'm launching. Yes. So we are done with the polls. Misha,
Thank
over
you.
to you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so I have a small rapid fire. I had done this earlier as well, but since it's done for women, it should be done for men as well. So I have a rapid fire question, and I asked this. I actually expected a few more females to participate, but we don't have. So just two females are here. I'd ask them one question. And Sudha ma'am, just one question. If men were a color, what color would they be and why?
Oh my God. I think multicolored colors of the
Okay.
rainbow. Like any other human being has so many facets. I think men also, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Tanya. If men were an animal, which animal do you think men would represent, or which animal represents men perfectly?
Lion,
Okay, and why?
because lions are courageous, brave, and strong, and even men are same like that. So that's why.
That's lovely. That's a beautiful answer. Thank you so much, Tanya. So, okay, now I think men can answer for themselves. We have really smart, feminist, and equality-loving men. So why don't you only answer for yourself? So, okay, Saket. Okay, Saket, I have a question for you to ask. I had asked this to all the men earlier. Since you joined late, I would like to ask you as well. You have to say something unconventional to complete the line, I am a man who. For example, I am a man who, Vijay said, I am a man who likes to wear pink, or I'm a man who does household chores. Household chores, all the men do here. So could you please tell us something unconventional, or not actually unconventional, but unconventional for a man to do? So I am a man who.
Okay. So I'm a man who is a fitness freak, who likes to visit home regularly, who likes to be fit, and who likes to be fit physically as well as likes to be fit mentally.
Saket, I'm
And
sorry, you're not audible. Could you please keep the mic closer? Yes.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a man who is a fitness freak and who likes to be physically fit and also mentally fit. And also, I'm a man who likes to travel a lot, who likes to visit new places, explore new places, and explore new cultures, explore new people, and explore their living, I mean,
explore all facts of life, all facets of life, how do they live, what are the living conditions over there. So that's it. That's
Thank you so much, Saket. Thank you. So as discussed, I would really now like to know who all do you idolize in your life, the males you idolize and look up to and aspire to become like them. So to begin with, Prashant, would you like to tell us about the male idols you have in your life?
I guess so. I will have to come to cricket. So I think male idols. It is Sachin Tendulkar. Look, I love his dedication and the way he used to prepare for his matches for against the bowlers he's going to play with. And yeah, and he's very cool and calm and never gets into a controversy, like very thoughtful. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prashant. Anyone in your family you look up to or idolize? Okay, you can take your time. In the meanwhile, we can ask other people as well. Harit, any man you idolize or you aspire to become like?
But to become like is really difficult, but yeah. I mean, they have inspired us at all the stages. So mostly my teachers at my school and at my tuitions.
Okay, so anyone in particular you like something that has stood out for you and that's why you really like them or idolize them?
Yeah, I mean the major reason was they all took an unconventional path, which was supposed to be the great metrics for all the people around them, but they followed their passion and they believed that they can achieve their metrics their way, and ultimately people agreed that they are equally or even better successful than what was expected.
Okay.
So that was
Thank you, Harit. Prajesh.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Misha. The answer may sound a bit unconventional, but if I had to name someone, I think my younger brother. One of the skill that stands out, I'm being very honest over here, is his decision-making ability and his decision-making skills. So generally when I am to select something or make a decision, a lot of times I get confused, what will be right, what will be wrong, what is the path I should take. But my younger brother is so sharp at decision making and he's so particular. He doesn't get, confused. He knows what he wants and he goes for it without second guessing anything. So that is something which I don't know I would be able to acquire, but I will try my best to do it.
Wow, that's lovely. Thank you so much for sharing this personal thing about your life. And we are happy to know that you have a man to idolize. Moving on, Saket, who do you idolize in your life? A male idol?
I idolize beloved Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi. The way he has managed things, be it COVID situation, be it turning around the country from almost non-performing country to fourth largest country in the world. And also the way he has handled things across states, across across the world, the way he has handled politics and the way he has brought all the leaders of the world together for a joint purpose. So I idolize him very much.
Okay, thank you, Saket. Ashwin, would you like to share who do you idolize?
Sure. So I had my boss named Ranjan. He was my first boss, like it was my first company I was working with. He was an IITian. He was the CEO and owner of a software firm, mainly a startup firm. He was very smart, intelligent, and at that time, 20 years ago, he was working on a product that would help us do software development using no code. So no code is something that we just started. Those who are in software industry would know about it. The reason he is my ideal is being so smart and IITian, having an own company. He was a very down-to-earth person. I was sent to on-site Japan, where he also came for a short visit. We were staying in a single apartment. We were sharing an apartment, and there was problem with the kitchen sink. So he just came in and said, "What happened?" I said, "The sink is stuck. There is no water going below. The pipe is looks like it's chocked." So he just wore a glove in his hands, um, straight away opened the sink and put his hands inside and cleaned the pipe. Now I was really surprised. Means owner of a software company, so smart and IITian, might have some sort of ego in him, or and I was just a starting guy, right? He could have easily asked me to do the same stuff, but he and the way he behaved that day was like he is just a normal person. So that and I learned a lot from him. In my visit to Japan, he also guided me like how we should handle pressure and talk to clients. So being so great guy, he was also down to earth, and that's the reason he's my idol. He's no more, unfortunately, but I still admire him. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you. Sumit, would you like to share your idol?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Well, my ideal I have already shared in the speech that I made some time back, but now allow me to share the name. His name was Colonel Vikas Kaparat, born 24th of October 1972. He passed away in 2017, tender age of 45 years. And the legacy that he left behind, I mean, and I was not the only mentor whom he was mentoring. There are so many people who swear by his name, the way he has gone about helping youngsters, juniors, grow in their career. That is as far as a person not in my family is concerned. With the person who is in my family and whom I look up to, always call him Hanuman. He's my 80-year-old dad, and he is amazing. He can strike a conversation with a 5-year-old, with a civil servant, and with someone who is elder to him with the same kind of ease. And that is something that one needs to learn from him. He is amazing at that, and also, I mean, amazing strength that he has, um, physically, even today at 80 years, having undergone a bypass surgery itself, the way he has recovered out of it. Of course, the only thing which always pulls him away from his path is sweets. He's got a sweet tooth, rather I would say he's got a sweet denture, the entire thing. So he is always drawn to sweets, like a fly or a honeybee would be. And but I always idolize him, because from where he started and to where he reached, and the kind of platform that he gave to us, both me and my brother, I could not have thought of anything else. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Tariq, would you like to share who do you idolize? Tariq? Yeah, I think there might be some problem. Moving on, Prateek.
Sorry, Misha. I'm back.
Okay, hi. Tariq, would you like to share who do you idolize?
Sure. I actually idolize my father. So he's the first mentor, and in every person's life, I'm sure like you look up to him all the time. And what he does, what he, how he conducts himself, right? Because your father is your first mentor in your life. Apart from that, managers. So I think 50% of our life goes into the office, right? 10 to 12 hours at any point in time. So a mentor or a manager or the lead is somebody who you look up to. You follow them. You observe the little nuances of how they communicate, how they perform, how they handle the situations and stuff like that. So these are the two folks who I would say is something that I look up to. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tariq. Prateek.
Yeah, hi. So from my family, I would consider my friend as my family, and I he's my best friend since childhood. And the reason why I look up to him is because he has got an immense emotional quotient, which is very rare in and around my circle of male men's. In this society, the male or the ideology of male is to have higher intelligence quotient, and while chasing that, a lot of time the EQ is neglected somewhere. But when I speak to my friend, in moments which are very delicate, some serious during some serious occasions, when someone has passed away, when there have been some situations or conflicts, he has really helped me gain a really different perspective and to understand the situation from, let's say, a female point of view as well. And it not necessarily be about always relationships, it could be family dynamics as well. And I immensely look up to him because of his ability to have bring these kind of different perceptions to the table. So that is one of the persons that I look up to. And from my professional life point of view, I have had an amazing mentor, an amazing manager in my previous organization, and he has set the bar so high that after that I've switched job twice, and still I'm trying to find a person like him. The reason why I say and why I have this immense respect about him is because of small things that he has done. I'll just give you two small examples. So I think a leader or a mentor is one who tells you about your shortcomings in person, while takes a stand for you in front of the bigger team. So I had this conversation. I remember when I was in a meeting, and there was one specific person who kept on pushing certain activities, certain actions on me when it was not my job. And when the tone started becoming little uh, condescending, my manager thought, now it is exigent that he comes into picture to act on it. And he just the way he guided me, the way uh, he took my side and brought me out of that situation, it really mattered a lot. Another situation that I remember was when we had gone on an on-site, and so because he was the head of the team, there was a certain group of people, who were having a chat. He was having chat with the likes of CXOs. But when he realized that it was about room allocations, he left that chat, he left that table, he came to me, walked up to me, and he was with me until the room, a smallest thing like room allocation is getting sorted. So he was giving that importance to different aspects of his life as a manager. So I will always look up to him as one of the best managers that I've ever had.
Thank you so much, Pratik. That was very kind of you. Brijesh, do you have anyone to idolize? Sorry, I'm sorry, Brijesh. Raviraj.
Yeah, I would like to idolize Virat Kohli because of his work ethics and the discipline and all the hard work that he puts into his game. It's not just that the results that define us, or the 50 centuries that he hit, uh, the world records that he broke, but what we do in our bad phase of life, what Virat did in his when he was in his bad phase of life, that defined him, and also how he took efforts after that. And because of that, I would like to idolize Virat Kohli in my life.
Thank you so much. So we have two people who have Sachin and Virat as the idols, and I have seen a lot of people do that. So it's actually nice to take inspiration from people and learn good things, be it in their family or outside. Moving on, we have Bhiku. Hi, Bhiku. Would you like to share who do you idolize?
Yeah, Misha. So right now, currently I'm reading a book called Prabhupada. So I really feel that he's really amazing person because he is the founder of ISKCON temple. So when actually I'm reading a book about him, so I read about that he started his journey from at the age of 70. So he, at the age of 70, he went to America and started talking about the cultures of India, and he taught about the lifestyle, how the Americans people can to live a good life. So he taught there, and putting a lot of effort because it's not easy to go to India in the years 90, 70 or something, going to the America and influence about our culture. So this is really amazing. I feel that we can learn a lot from him about his journey and the courage he made, and he built a bigger organizations from India. So I feel I really I realize him.
Thank you so much, Biku. And I'm so happy to see that we all have idols in and outside our lives who we uh, aspire to become or take good values from. So thank you so much for sharing all the male idols, all our male members have here. So now it's time for us to begin the table topic session. Our creative and amazing table topic master Brijesh has taken the pain and efforts to prepare some interesting questions for this session. So no more one-word answers or no more of these impromptu, like these two-sentence answers, but nice impromptu speeches with which are with complete and meaningful sentences from our heart to what we need to speak here. I urge all of you to participate with love in your hearts and truth in your words, from your hearts to us. So thank you so much. And without further ado, I would now like to hand over the stage to table topic master Toastmaster Brajesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Misha. I think the table topic session has already started with the interactive sessions you are conducting. You've also, I would not say stealed, but probably I would have borrowed the same topics which you've already presented to the audience. So I'll have to eliminate them. But yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Today we had two amazing prepared speeches from our peer Toastmasters. But in real life, you don't always get an opportunity to prepare for your speech. There are times where, like you being in a meeting and your boss asking for your opinion, or you are at a social gathering and your family wants you to speak on the topic which is being discussed. How would you feel during that time? Nervous, a bit afraid? I feel the same, because ability to speak in an impromptu session is not easy, but is a very vital skill if you want to become a good public speaker. And that is why in our Toastmasters meeting, we provide you with an opportunity to practice your impromptu speaking skill, because practice is something which will make you a perfect impromptu speaker. So I would want to call the timer to share the timing guidelines for our table topic section. Over to you, timer Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Brijesh. So for table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And I will be showing a green card at the end of 1 minute, yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at the end of 2 minutes. And for table topic speeches, there is a grace period only on the upper side of the time limit. And I will be presenting the timing report when called upon by the gender evaluator of the day. Over to you, Brijesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. So just couple of things before we start with the session. In the world of public speaking, being able to deliver an exigent message in an impromptu manner is a hallmark of effective communication. The idea to speak this sentence is, I am expecting everyone to use the word of the day in the table topic session as well. We've had good usage until now. And second, like I would want to keep my questions gender neutral. So there are topics where you can bring in any person you want to, as far as answering the questions are concerned. Given the theme is about men, if you have anything, if you have a male leader or a male partner whom you would want to speak about, then it would be great. But you can be gender neutral. And this probably may not sound a bit to you currently. It may not sound very clear to you, but as you come across questions, you would realize why I'm speaking about this. Yes, so everyone, a show of hands, and I'll give you an opportunity to deliver impromptu speeches. I'll just move to the gallery view. Okay, so Toastmaster Saket, yeah. Toastmaster Saket, the topic for you is, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why? If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
A historical figure I would have dinner with would be Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who was a great politician and who was a great Prime Minister of India. And he also was involved in a lot of turnaround of Indian economy. He also was involved in main breakthrough of nuclear testing, nuclear bomb testing in India, which was condemned by even developed countries. But he actually wanted to show the world that we also can do it, which which is similar to what developed countries can do it. So I actually would want to have dinner with Atal Bihari Vajpayee to know how he garnered courage to do all these courageous things for India. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saket. Honestly, for me, if I had to just rate prime ministers until today, Atal Bihari Vajpayee is right at the top. And he's the turnaround he's delivered, for our country cannot be described in 2 minutes. So thank you for bringing that out. Next, we have Toastmaster Pratik. So Toastmaster Pratik, the question for you is, I think you've already answered this, so I'd select the next question. A personal goal related to, qualities of true manhood which you have in your mind and how you would plan to achieve it. I repeat, a personal goal related to, getting qualities of true manhood and how would you plan to achieve it?
Okay. So I would say a personal goal of mine, to not to achieve just true manhood, but just to be a better human, would be something that I spoke about in the earlier section as well. I would like to improve upon my emotional quotient, the EQ, which is, I think, it's a very important life skill, not only in your professional conversations, but also in your personal conversations. It will help you resolve a lot of issues. It will help you prevent becoming small issues into some exigent ones. I think today the organizations, corporates have also started realizing how important it is to have your managers trained on EQ, because that will lead them have better relationship with their employees, with their subordinates. And right now we've seen a surge of these trainings being set also for the employees who have just joined the workforce, so that going ahead, when they become when they become managers, they are able to understand uh, different perspectives, and not just think from a position of power. So yeah, I would like to improve on that ability. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik, and thank you for also, making it gender neutral. And yes, emotional quotient or EQ, as you spoke about, is something which is very important if you want to become a good leader. And if I remember correctly, there's this author called Daniel Goleman. He speaks a lot about emotional quotient. If you want, you can check about it. There are some good YouTube videos and books on Daniel Goleman.
Yeah, I'll research about it. Thank you.
Yeah. Next, okay, so we have Toastmasters Sudha Warrior. Yes, I have a very specific question actually. So again, I'll make it gender neutral. What advice would you give to young people growing up in today's world to help them become a better person?
Oh, come on.
Yes, a very generic one.
Okay. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, my table topics master, who has set me on a preachy mode again. And that was one position I kind of shirked to take, but you put me on that tight spot. Anyway, so as far as today's generation is concerned, I think they are very, very enterprising. They know exactly what they want in life. And I think they are also very lucky and fortunate because they have very supportive parents, and also the confidence that if they stand apart, there are people to support the objective on which they stand apart as well, or the basis on which they stand apart. So I think they definitely are fortunate in many ways. But I personally think because they're fortunate, they have not really been up to the mark in taking opportunities and getting to the next level. I personally think that when you don't have fire in the belly, sometimes you lose the ability to want to clear all hurdles to achieve your goals. So I think personally they give up very easily. They have different reasons for not putting their best. I also think that they have a tendency to procrastinate much more than the generation that probably I belong to. Not that we didn't postpone. And the most important thing is their device. I think their device is something which they have to use it more for themselves rather than for trying to please other people with their likes and dislikes, and follow and whatever you do to show your opinion about a person who posts. So I always think that this generation has to know that people are borrowing your eye for everything. So please use that selectively, and you'll go great guns. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. I'd specifically written, this question is for Sudha ma'am. Honestly, the idea was, how do you summarize a generic question in just 2 minutes and 30 seconds? And very nicely put out. And the highlight for me was the last 15 seconds, that everyone out there is craving for your eyes, and it's on you. How do you deploy it properly? Thank you. Next. Okay, so if people won't raise hands, then I'll have to start prompting them. Toastmaster Raviraj. I think yes. So Toastmaster Raviraj, the question for you is a piece of advice that you received from a person which has stayed with you until today. A piece of advice you received from a person that has stayed with you until today.
Okay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So my topic for today is a piece of advice that I have received from a person that has stayed with me until today. Okay. So I am actually a very bright student since childhood, and I actually studied a lot in my childhood, and that's what I think, that people who have high IQ tend to get lazy a bit more in their adulthood after puberty. Okay, and because of this, my mother always tells me that you should not be that lazy, and always tells that, yeah, laziness will kill you. And that's the truth, that uh, because success is not defined on how good you are or how bright you are at a thing. Success is defined by how you take your actions, how you take decisions, and how you work hard for achieving your goals. So that's what I think, that we should work hard rather than looking like, yeah, he or she is ahead of me. The person who is ahead of you is because of some reasons, some actions that he or she is taking, and you should learn from them that where you are lacking and improve on yourself to get to your goal. So thank you very much, Toastmaster. Over to you, Table Talking Master, Brijesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Very wonderfully put. And honestly, I am also not that big a fan of comparisons. I generally try to imbibe, just become a better version of yourselves rather than comparing yourself with someone else, because the challenges which come to you are different than what other people have faced. You can look up to people for inspiration, for motivation, and for learnings, but don't compare yourself. Thank you. Yes, so we have Tanya raising up her hands. So Tanya, a question for you would be, if you could create a superhero, what powers and values would he possess? I repeat, if you had to create a superhero, what powers and values would he possess?
Firstly, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanya Agarwal, and thank you for this. So, if I would have created a superhero, firstly, first one would be that person would have memory power, great memory power, because my memory power is very strong, and if there are some instances like 2 to 3 years back also I can remember them. Then second one is hard working and efficiency. So hard work is very important in our life, because for any to achieve any goal you have to be hardworking, you have to be efficient in our lives. Then third one is honesty and down to earth, because in the world honesty and kindness matters, because if you're not, you have to be kind to everyone, you have to be have a good personality, and you have to, because there is a saying that you have to treat others the way you want to get treated. That's the thing. So if you want to get treated nicely, then you have to also treat others nicely as well. That's the thing. And last one is standing out, so that the superheroes would have standing out qualities. So and it's better to stand out in the crowd than to mingle with others. So I think according to me, these are the qualities of a superhero which I would create. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. A wonderful attempt, and a lot of good qualities which you brought in, and every one of us, I am sure, as Toastmaster Tariq put it out, right? One of the reason for joining Toastmasters is also to try and become a superhero. Like, I can be a better public speaker, I can be a better leader, I can also, engage in conversations. I can be very good socially as well, So good qualities. Yes, next.
Yeah, Brijesh, I would like to go, but like I will time myself offline.
Sure. So Toastmaster Prashant, the question for you is, if you had to create a documentary highlighting, lives of few great people, what stories or which individuals would you feature? I repeat, if you had to create a documentary highlighting stories of historical figures, like what story? Stories of great people in the history. What stories and individuals would you feature?
Yeah, Brijesh, I'm starting my time.
Sure.
So good morning, everyone. So I think the character I would choose for creating a documentary is Shivaji Maharaj. Uh, I think he was a really motivational and one of the most successful kings in the history. So I love the fact that he had the fighting spirit to like not only uh, like try to win things, but also to get away from or like run away from the battlefield if required, and if it ensures the safety of their army or their people. And there are many more things like he already used to think ahead of his time. Like we so maybe after a few years uh, after his death or maybe around it, he had started visualizing about the system of prime ministers, like moving from the system of kings to the prime ministers is also a big thing at that time. And he used to give a fight in these thinkings to even the Britishers or the other conquerors that okay, it's not always necessary for a king to go in a battlefield. They can help with other matters, and your prime ministers and other ministers can handle the kingdom. And yeah, I mean uh, his broad thinking, like respect for all the religions, respect for women, are uh, are all the traits for which I respect him. Yeah. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Brijesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. So with that, I would conclude the table topic section and hand it over back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Misha.
Yeah. Hi. Am I audible and visible? Just a second.
Yes, Misha.
Okay. Yeah. So that was such a great and a refreshing session by Toastmaster Prajesh, table topic master Prajesh. A big thank you to all of you for participating in the session. I'm sure you all have enjoyed the session as much as I did. Toastmaster Brajesh had beautifully and creatively crafted all the questions. So kudos for the efforts you have taken, Toastmaster Brajesh. Now we move on to last but not the least, the third phase of our Toastmaster sessions, the evaluation. Evaluation is extremely imperative for each phase as it helps us understand the technicalities of our speech and make amends to improve our speaking, writing, and performing skills. So now I would like to invite our general general evaluator Toastmaster Ashwin, who will be taking us through this entire session of evaluation with his keen observation skills and detailed evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. So, in our day-to-day life, if you notice, we always evaluate somebody or we get evaluated, right? So, evaluation is a core part of our life, and in Toastmasters meeting, we have this section so that all the speakers who they already know how they performed, they already know what mistakes they have done, and they might already try to figure out what he can do in the next speech to make it better. But we have a format where we have our senior Toastmasters also evaluating the speech, so that they may point out few excellent things that you might have delivered, few areas of improvement where you can improve upon, so that it helps you become better speaker or better communicator. To begin with, I would first like to call upon our timer, Prashant, to give us the timing guidelines for evaluating the speeches. Over to you, Prashant. Are you there, Prashant? Okay, so let me fill it up. So the timing guidelines for evaluating a speech is 3 minutes. On a lower side, you can speak less for 30 seconds, which is in any context to get qualified for a speech evaluation. You have to at least speak for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. On the higher side, you can go up to 3 minutes, 30 seconds. With that, I would like to first call upon, in today we have a same evaluator, Toastmaster Sudha Warrior, who would be evaluating both the speeches. The first speech was delivered by Sumit Arya, and I would request Sudha ma'am to go in the same sequence. So I would first request Sudha ma'am to come upon and evaluate Sumit Arya. Toastmaster Sumit Arya. Thanks. Over to you, Sudha.
Yeah, thank
Ashwin,
you.
sorry, I was not able to unmute and myself and turn on my video. Do you want me to say the evaluation guidelines?
Yeah, I thought you dropped off, so I already gave
Okay.
the guidelines, if you don't mind.
Okay, just in a brief, like for speech evaluations, each evaluation will have 2 to 3 minutes, and I will be showing a green card at the end of 2 minutes, yellow card at the end of 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card at the end of 3 minutes. And for speech evaluations, we have a grace period of 30 seconds on both the sides of the time limit. And here too, I will be presenting my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Sudha ma'am.
Sorry, just before I start, so you're okay with the timer screen and all that, right now?
Yes, ma'am, I'm okay. Yes.
Okay, fine. Great. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, my guest speaker or my visiting Toastmaster Sumit Arya. First of all, Sumit, please accept our salute for being present as a part of today's Toastmasters meeting, because it's a rare honor for us to see someone who has worked in the army also deliver a speech. So kudos to that, and thank you. You have chosen Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club for this particular opportunity. So my guiding light, I was looking for the guiding light right from the word go. Like they say, if you cannot see where you are going, ask someone who has been there before. And that's exactly what Toastmaster Sumit took us through in his speech. He talked about his mentor in the army, who was a good-looking guy, a person with a good sense of humor, and a person who was brave, still always looking for opportunities to find positivity even till the end when Sumit was closing his speech. I think Sumit had great usage of words, which were some which I've noted on. He felt like a toddler walking behind a mom. And also the three important lessons that he learned from his mentor, which is time management, patience, and perseverance. Also the fact that he summarized it so beautifully, the role of a good mentor, which is a person who tells, a person who shows, a person who demonstrates, and a person who inspires. So in short, a great speech, very well constructed, connected to the audience right from the word go. and also had a wonderful message, which was his influence of his mentor. Now, if I had to give him any suggestions to improve, they were very few, but I still have made some because we all want to know where we have scope for improvement. I think your initial part of the speech was not as poignant as your end. I felt the starting part was a little bit, it could have been demonstrated with an incident in your day-to-day life in the army. It just kind of started off with saying, a mentor is so and so who doesn't always show the way, and stuff. So I think for a greatly crafted speech of this caliber, especially because it had very rare instances which we as common citizens don't get a preview to. I thought you could have started off with a little bit more live situations that you've gone through with your mentor. But apart from that, I think your title, your content, your connect with the audience, and your wordplay was absolutely superb. So wish you all the best and really looking forward to hearing your stories from your life journey in the army. Thank you. Over to you.
Sudha ma'am, Toastmaster Sudha Warrior, could you please also evaluate our second speaker? Tariq said. Thank you.
So good afternoon once again, and good afternoon in particular to my speaker, Toastmaster Tariq. Toastmaster Tariq started off by talking about life of a sophomore. I was really looking forward to hearing a lot of instances from him when he was talking about Toastmasters. He covered beautiful connections to our day-to-day life, what Toastmasters really has an offer in terms of your journey as a leader, your journey as a public speaker, and your journey as a person who's looking for Toastmasters for networking. Perfect. I think he had all the confidence, which I think as a veteran Toastmaster, I know that he will bring to the speech. It was also very interactive because he asked a lot of questions. He was wanting to know the audience, whether they have some different perspective to give. He also covered the importance of mentors and how it influences each and every one of us in our corporate lives and also in our personal lives. So if you think about it in terms of what is it that was probably I would want to ask you to improve on, we all were searching for the connection to the title. What is a sophomore and the speech that you're talking about? Where is the connection? That was kind of missing. Or maybe you should have changed the title. That is what I felt. The second most important thing is that I felt that you did talk about a mentor in Toastmasters, but a person of your experience and your caliber as a speaker, I wanted to hear more life instances as to what are your influences from your mentor, which has changed and made you a better human being and maybe a better speaker. I think overall, I feel that you did a commendable job in connecting the dots with the Toastmasters journey and the influence of Toastmasters, how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, which is one of the objectives. But I think what was missing probably would have been a good punching title, as well as you should have probably brought in some more life instances, which would have connected with the audience in a better way. With that, I wish you all the best and looking forward for you to now take on mentoring positions more than from a protage. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha Warrior. Yeah, that was an excellent evaluation for both the speakers, and I will come back on that in my 2 cents of general evaluation. Now I would like to call upon our timer, Toastmaster Prashant, to give us the timer report, please.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Ashwin. I'm sharing my screen. Is everyone able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So today, congratulations to all the speakers. Everyone has qualified today, like including prepared speakers, table topic speakers, as well as evaluators. So kudos to them. And so Toastmaster Sumit took 7 minutes 14 seconds for his speech. Toastmaster Tariq took 6 minutes 37 seconds. Toastmaster Sudha, while evaluating Toastmaster Sumit, took 3 minutes 16 seconds. Toastmaster Sudha, while evaluating Toastmaster Tariq's speech, took 2 minutes 27 seconds. Then during the table topics, Toastmaster Saket took 1 minute. Toastmaster Pratik took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Sudha took 2 minutes 16 seconds. Toastmaster Raviraj took 1 minute 29 seconds. Guest Tanya took 1 minute 29 seconds. And I took 1 minute 40 seconds. So that's it from the timer report. And thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for the detailed report. Now let's call upon Toastmaster Harit to give us a report on our counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin. Yeah. Let me share my screen with the report. Prashant, can you enable participant screen sharing?
Yeah, just now enabled. Right.
Okay. Okay, here's the report. Most of the people did well, especially the prepared speakers did really well with the crutch words. This is the final report. Only guest Tanya and of course Village, because he was having a much bigger role. They shot up beyond a limit of 5. But I should call out to Sudha ma'am for not using any of those things at all. I would just advise, I would just put up a few advices on how these can be avoided. Uh, as evident from the report, if it's an impromptu thing, of course, you cannot prepare much and you are bound to have some pauses or some clutch words. But the general guidance is to go a bit slow, so you're giving your brain a time to think. And you should embrace the pause. A pause is always better than using a crutch word. That's what I would suggest. That's all from me, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Harit, for the detailed and excellent feedback as well. Okay, now I would like to call upon our Toastmaster grammarian, Toastmaster Brijesh, to give a grammarian report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ashwin. I'll start with the word of the day usage. So I could count 4 people using word of the day: Toastmaster Sudha, Toastmaster Sumit, Toastmaster Tariq, and Toastmaster Pratik. Please pardon me if I may have missed anyone. Next, I would want to move on to the grammarian usage. So today we had a amazing meeting as far as good usage of vocabulary is concerned. Special thanks to visiting Toastmaster Sumit. I found his speech to be very beautifully crafted, and he had some amazing adjectives. So something like August audio, like hazel eyes, chiseled, accomplished, grueling, bombarded, pestered, shadow me throughout the day, tailing behind, dwelling into reeling. Time was at premium, reminiscent, guiding light. Again, Toastmaster Tariq also came up with amazing usage like cranky, diligent, gratitude, life process. And then throughout the meeting, again, Toastmaster Sumit, I learned a new word today, sweet denture. So I'll not say I have a sweet tooth, I'll say I have a sweet denture. Uh, Set the bar so high, condensing, preachy mode, fire in the belly, poignant. So amazing set of words which were used today. As far as incorrect or usage, or I would not say, not so proper usage, or there is a better way to put it out. So one, I already corrected myself, I called it course and it has to be chores. Then I heard the word as protig, but if I had to Google that, the word is pronounced as protege. So I'm not very sure how exactly it is, but Google says it's protege. Then the in one of the topics, it was discussed, how do he do that? I would rather use it as how does he do that? Then one of the places we were discussing about switched job twice. I feel if because it's twice, we should use plural form switch jobs. Then we had in one of the discussions we had, how do we what we do in our bad phase. I would rather put it out as how we handle the bad phase in our life. Then there was some talk around lot of turnaround. I think instead of lot of turnaround, probably shaping the country or changing the country is something which is a better way to put it out. Then there was a discussion about becoming small issues into exigent ones. I think what the speaker wanted to say is we should prevent small issues into getting bigger ones. Then there was a talk about, yeah, so I'll just give the context. The talk was around moving from kings to prime minister. The talk is also a big thing. Because we are talking about past, we should rather say it as was also a big thing. So that's it as far as grammarian report is concerned. I would have missed out a few good and not so good usages because I was also role playing as table topic master, but that's what I have for today. Over to you, general evaluator Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Brijesh. Yeah, I would indeed say that was a wonderful job done when you are handling multiple roles. I will again give a comment on that later on. Okay, so with that, we are done with the tag team. And Prashant, do you want to do the polling right now, or we'll do it later?
Yeah, Ashwin, sure. I will start the polls for best evaluator and best tag role player. And
Okay,
yeah,
sure. So I will give my overview, the evaluation about how the entire meeting went, and like we all know, there's a lot of work been done in the background throughout the week for making this meeting successful. So I would give a big round of applause for Prashant for having this successful meeting. I think for the first time, we started well on time, right? Today at 11 o'clock, Prashant was ready and Harit was also ready with his surgeon at arm role. So yeah, I think that is a big achievement from an Indian standard point of view. So let's give ourselves a big round of applause.
I would just want to call out the push came from Colonel Sumit Arya. So we aligned to that.
Yeah, it is all about discipline, and if we have a colonel in our team, then definitely I think we all become very disciplined and become obedient student. Okay, so the surgeon at arms, he's laid down all the rules for conducting a online Zoom meeting, and he also mentioned that the meeting is going to be recorded. I think that was a good thing to do. I have no negatives for the surgeon at arm role. It was done perfectly well. Then our president Prashant, he started saying that courage is to continue to courage is continue to the key of success, and he started this with a very good gesture, and then he handed over to the Toastmaster of the day. And I will come to this special role at the end of my evaluation. Coming to the tag roles, first is the word of the day. That is the grammarian role. Let me just, yeah. So Brijesh, he laid down the description of the grammarian role very well. Like he explained what is grammarian role, and the word of the day was very, I would say, was simple, and it was also a beautiful word that we can use in our day-to-day life. I noticed that he was not even reading from the script. Like most of the roles, they would either read from the script to check out the description about the role, but he memorized the role of the grammarian and he was not looking at the notes. In the report, I would say he was very attentive to all the speeches. I was surprised that he listed down quite a good words that was used throughout the meeting. He also listed down or noted down all the incorrect usages and also suggested the right way of using the incorrect usage that people were using. So kudos to you, Brijesh, on that. I think you are a very good listener, and Misha would definitely agree to this, that is a quality that men also has. Not only woman has the listening capabilities. Okay, then coming to my next tag role, which is timer role performed by Toastmaster Prashant. He also described the role very well. He also showed the timing cards and showed the transition of the timer card from yellow to green and green to red. And I was happy that this time we didn't use a timer card that shows the time on the card. That helps us prepare for the context. And I think from the last contest that we had, a lot of disqualification was there because of speaking over time. So that definitely helps us prepare for this context. In his report, yeah, he prepared the Excel sheet. That's a good way of presenting the timer report. So kudos to you on that. Now, moving on to the counter, Toastmaster Harit. He did an excellent job. In the beginning itself, when he described the role, he mentioned about all the crunch words like also the filler words. He gave few examples of the filler words so that people knows in advance what are these words, and somebody who is new to Toastmaster can guess what this role really means. He also prepared an Excel sheet. That's a very good way of showing the report. Also, this time I saw something different. Like he also suggested how to replace the crunch words or the filler words. He said that we should go slow, or instead of the filler words or we should have pauses. So yeah, that was an excellent feedback. Okay, moving on, and I will go to our speech evaluation. So both the speech was excellent. Toastmaster Sudha Warrior has already given an excellent evaluation on that. And I really appreciate the sense of presence of mind that she had, right? She knew that we had a colonel in our team, and she started with a salute. So that's a very good gesture, and that's a very good way of respecting somebody who would really deserve this type of respect. I think she had listed all the positive points perfectly well, and all the suggestions was up to the mark. I really do not have any suggestions for Sudha ma'am. Sorry, Toastmaster Sudha Warrior. Okay, now I would move on to our table topic role performed by Toastmaster Brijesh. As always, Brijesh is very energetic, and he brings a lot of excitement to the meeting. He very well explained the role of table topics and the importance of impromptu speech in our mainly in our corporate life or in our daily life as well, right? So he's clearly mentioned that we do not get enough time to prepare for the speech in this type of real life scenario, and we should be prepared for speaking up when we are not prepared or give an impromptu speech. He was also a grammarian, so it was good that he also mentioned to use the word of the day. I would really encourage all table topic masters going forward to mention this, that okay, we need to use the word of the day, and so that we all remember about it. The questions he prepared was well in line with the topic. It was gender neutral, but still, I think all the questions that he prepared was very well thought about. And you also had a specific question for our senior Toastmaster Sudha Warrior, so which I think is a very well way of preparing this topics. You took this opportunity to learn something from our experts, and I would really appreciate you for that. And when people didn't raise their hands to come up and speak on table topics, you picked up a few Toastmasters. So yeah, that's another good way of continuing with the table topic session instead of just waiting for people to volunteer to speak. Yeah, overall, another thing I liked about the way you conducted the table topic is you were after the speaker, you were responding to their responses, like you were filling up on their answers and you were commenting on their answers. So it was, yeah, very well done. Okay, now I think I'll come to our main role, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Misha. And it's needless to say that she has a very good vocabulary, very good pronunciations, and she demonstrated that in this role of the table topic master. Toastmaster of the day. She selected an entire excellent theme of the day in line with our current day, that is today's is Men's International Day, and I think she took this opportunity to present this top theme to us. The team was very well prepared. I think it was very well researched as well, right? So I got to know a lot of things about Men's International Day today from her speech. It was very interactive and exciting. She made sure that everyone spoke, and that's a core part of the Toastmasters meeting, right? We should, whoever is attending the meeting should get chance to speak. And she made sure that at least nobody was sleeping in the meeting. Everyone was very attentive, and the questions she asked was very unusual. In this man-dominating society, I would just ask what are the powerful skills about a man, but then she asked it in a little different way, and we had to I think switch over to remember ourselves what task we do, mainly that is done by the female, mainly from man point of view, right? So I had to go back and check myself, okay, what are the things that I do which a woman is supposed to do? Yeah, so that was a very excellent question. And then when he asked us about our idol man that we aspire, that question was also very good, and it is, I would say, remembering our idol, mainly man, on this Men's International Day is something that we all should do. And she forced us to do that. So kudos to you on that, Misha. Also, I would say, yeah, I think most of the thing I covered. If I have to give you a small suggestion, then I would say when you had asked for a polling report to do the poll for the best speaker, you didn't invited the timer to give the timer report. So if there is any disqualification, then we would not know. This time there was no disqualification about on the best speaker, but I think that is something that we can all make a note of next time. We should first call the timer so that we know that they were well on time. Another small thing I noted is like maybe you are the Toastmaster of the day. So when you are conducting that session, I would suggest that keep yourself unmute so that you don't have to mute and unmute after every speaker speaks. It may be a small thing, but so that you don't have to make sure that you're audible and visible every time, right? Just please take it on a lighter note. It's not something that I'm very critical about, but something that we can make a note of. Yeah, and timing, I would say we are well on time, but most of the time we don't follow the timing that is in our agenda, right? So we might extend our theme introduction of the theme or working on the theme, like asking more questions. So if the timer can, I think that should be the role of a timer to just prompt the Toastmaster of the day or remind Toastmaster of the day how are we doing with the timing, right? Fortunately, we are well on time today, so no complaints there. But like the way we time our individual speeches or the table topics, we should also time the entire section, right? Like say Toastmaster of the day, the introduction of the theme should be for this much time period. We already have it in our agenda, but we should also follow that. I think we were a little late on that today. So overall, happy, or I would say Men's International Day to everyone. And Misha made it more, I would say, because of her theme now, I know that today is Men's International Day. And thanks for reminding me about that. Okay, that's it from my side. I'll hand it over to our Toastmaster of the Day, Misha, again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwin, for that detailed and comprehensive evaluation. I have really learned a lot, and thank you so much for pointing those out. I will surely inculcate in my next Toastmaster of the Day role and make sure it is more, it's perfect, it's better, and I have less flaws for you to point out and more praises, because I'm very greedy when it comes to praises. So moving on, thank you so much, everyone. It was a great session. I really appreciate and applaud all of you for coming and actively participating in today's meeting. On this International Men's Day, I want to take a moment to thank all the amazing men who have supported and uplifted us women throughout our lives. Your love and guidance mean the world to us. Happy International Men's Day to all the wonderful men who have helped shape our world into a better place. Happy International Men's Day. May you continue to inspire and motivate others with your strength, courage, and kindness. Thank you so much for your patience hearing, and have a great week ahead. And all the best to India on the World Cup today. Over to you, Toastmaster Prashant, the presiding officer for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. So before I start, let me quickly launch the polls for Best Table Topic Speaker and Best of Big Three. Okay, we are done with the Best Table Topic Speaker polls. So now I'm starting with Best of Big Three. Yeah, one last response remaining. Okay, so we are done with the polls. So before I announce the results, let me ask guest Tanya to let us know how she liked the meeting or any feedback for us.
Prashant sir, This meeting of Toastmasters is amazing. I got to learn many things here, the vocabulary, the grammar part, and it actually is helping me to get out of my comfort zone and to speak because I actually am not very comfortable when it comes to speaking in public and impromptu speech. So this platform is actually helping me to um, to speak my heart and to be confident, not to just say be silent, but to speak. So thank you so much to all the Toastmaster Club and for making me confident. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Tanya. Uh, I'm sure it must have like helped you to grow in your confidence, and I hope to see you also in the next meeting. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Sumit to share with us what he liked about the meeting, what not, or any feedback about for us.
Thank you, presiding officer. Firstly, my heartfelt thanks to all of you for having allowed me to deliver a speech here with your esteemed club. Thank you so much for that. And I really liked the meeting. In fact, it was conducted in a very cordial manner. And like mentioned by the general evaluator, I think sticking to time is one very big and important facet of the Toastmasters, and that was followed here beautifully. My kudos for to that to everybody. Uh, Misha, amazing. I think I picked up quite a few points from the Toastmaster of the Day duties that you took on today, and I will be inculcating some of those into what I do. So thanks so much. And another point that I would like to mention here is what the grammarian brought out. Actually, right from the beginning, I knew the word was protege. That is how the pronunciation is. It has got two diacritics on top of each of the e's. So it is something like cafe or Nescafe. So you find that e with a small dash on top. That's a diacritical mark. So very good that it was brought out by the grammarian during the meeting, and now we are all that much more educated on the same. So as we say that it is always a learning journey. There are some points which I've picked up from here, which I would like to inculcate in my own club, the Reliance Toastmasters Club, which is a corporate club. Thanks so much once again for having me here, and wishing you all the very best. And hope to join up sometime later, maybe as a speech evaluator or any other role that you would want to give to me. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sumit, and it was really an honor to have you in our meeting. And I really liked your speech, and the story was really about your mentor was really a touching one. And we would really like to have you in the further meetings too. And like huge respect and salute to you from my side. Yeah, thank you, Sumit. So now I would like to ask Toastmaster Bhiku, who is joining us after a long break, uh, to give us feedback and like where were you these days and how are you now? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prashant.
Yeah,
I was not well from quite a long time. So now I'm feeling better. So I thought let's join a club again and let's keep learning and keep improving ourselves by joining these clubs. Thank you so much, Prashant.
Thank you, Bhiku. And yeah, then I would like to thank all the role players and speakers and evaluators and every one of you for your very active participation. I think we already had a table topic session going before the actual table topic. And yeah, and kudos to everyone. And just I would like to end the meeting so that we are all prepared before the start of the World Cup match. And have a happy Sunday and enjoy the match and cheer for India. Thank you, everyone. And oh, sorry, just we missed the poll results. So just a few minutes more. So any guesses for the best prepared speaker?
Sumit.
Toastmaster Sumit.
Yeah, that's correct. Best prepared speech award goes to Toastmaster Sumit. A round of applause for him. Then
Thank you so much. Thank
the
you,
best
everybody.
tabletop. Sure, Sumit. Yeah. Then the best table topic speaker. Any guesses?
Toastmaster Sudha.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, it's Toastmaster Sudha.
Thank you so much, Brijesh. You made me continue the tone of preaching. That's all I can say. I want to do something else, Thank you anyway. Thank you.
We have to absorb a lot of information from you, so you have to be our guiding light.
We should learn something every day in the meetings. So you are the
Yeah.
only source of inspiration right now. One of the main sources, I
Yeah,
would say.
fully agree, man. Correct. Okay, so the next award for the best tag role player, and I think this time it is going to be easy. Any guesses?
Misha.
Brijesh.
Brijesh.
It's best tag role player. Yeah. So
Brijesh.
Brijesh, yeah, that's correct.
Thank you.
Misha, you have competition, now. Let me tell you.
I'm glad to have it. It's like it's better. It's not just me who should be the grammarian. Anyone and everyone should be grammarian.
Yeah, because we think of grammarian, we only think of you. Now Brijesh is taking the stage.
He has done a fantastic job. I'm so
Very good,
glad.
very good. Excellent, yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
We should try to swap these roles often in further meetings to
Brijesh
go
Yes,
ahead on this
absolutely. I
monopoly.
could be the
Yes.
general evaluator where Brijesh is the pro, and then I could learn things from Brijesh and try to inculcate it in my evaluation. And like Brijesh has done, and he has been a great grammarian. Prashant, you don't have to worry about a grammarian role anymore.
Yeah, sure. I have got one more good option for a grammarian today, surely. Yeah. So now the last one. So this is going to be a tough one. So the best of big three. Any guesses?
Misha.
Misha.
Yes, it's Toastmaster Misha. A round of applause for her.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and this time it was a tough fight, I guess, between Misha and Brijesh.
Brijesh, I'm so happy about this. Trust me, I'm very, very happy.
The common, don't, I mean, what is it? Don't underestimate the power of a common man.
Absolutely.
They will come to the point that the real person who gets selected that's the vote power, really. I've always seen in Toastmasters, it comes to that point. Unless you have contests where you have judges, that's a different story.
Okay, so yes, congratulations to all the winners. And we would like to, on this note, we would like to end the meeting and enjoy the match today. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
And
you.
all the
Thank
best
you.
to everybody. It's our day today. We are going to win.
Yes.
Yeah, please
Thank you
support
so
for
much.
India. Yeah.
No, I hope so, Misha, because sometimes our team, they succumb under pressure. They really have to get it. It's like, so close. But even if that happens, some entertainment, yeah, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Surely, yes.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye, and have a great
I can just narrate a very small incident. I can just narrate a very small incident which just happened. I was in Goa and we were watching the match, and there happened to be a single person from New Zealand wearing a New Zealand jersey, a Caucasian male who was sitting there amongst all of us. So every time he would clap, he would get those daggers. Everybody was pointing and looking at him like this. Then finally, when India won against New Zealand, that was the match that we were watching. I think he got a lot of drinks from everybody. Okay, buddy, no problem. You lost, doesn't matter. One drink from my side. So you would have gone home drunk, not to remember, what has happened. But that is how it is. Cricket is a passion,
Sunil,
like a religion.
Sunil, just imagine if it was the other way around.
My
Though
God.
India was really stretching it a little too much on that match, huh? I mean, they were
Yes.
not really playing to their weight. They were giving like drops and fours
I
and
know.
sixes. So I'm just thinking if the other way would have happened, what Indians would have done to the New Zealander.
Poor chap would have got drowned in that pool which was there right there. He would not have gone back home.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, may the best team win. Yeah. Thank
May
you
the
so
best team
much.
win.
A wonderful meeting, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Misha, I
Thank you.
loved your
Thank you,
team.
everyone.
I
Thank you so
loved your
much, ma'am.
team only because a woman and presenting this theme. I didn't even know it's a International Men's Day. So I think very well done by you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, ma'am. I actually insisted Prashant to take this role because I was aware of this and I wanted to take this because since I'd done for women, I wanted to do it for men as well. If I say equality, I want to mean it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Very
yeah.
nice. Very nice. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a